everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be opening up the January Scrawlrbox, and I'm super excited because I've never actually opened one of these before and I've always wanted to try it out, but I haven't actually ordered one until now. So without further ado, let's open it up. Trouble is, I don't actually know how you open it. This honestly feels like opening up a present. It feels like it's still Christmas. Have I just opened this wrong? Oh. So despite there being a very obvious pull sign at the back, I accidentally started disassembling the entire box. That's a little bit better. I can't believe I just destroyed the structural integrity of my Scrawlrbox. Somehow I managed to just chip my nail while opening that, but let's begin. Oh, this looks really cool. I'm guessing these are the art supplies. I'm gonna start with the Scrawlrbox. I like the colours that are going on. Okay, so it shows you what you've got in the box. So we've got a Micron pen, which I've used these before, I like them a lot, and a graphite pencil. And then we've got these kind of like brush tip pens called Decobrush. I haven't heard of these before or tried them, so I'm excited to try that out. And you get a sweet, ooh, okay. And an artist print. I really like this, this is really cool. Featured artist Roots. Roots is a freelance illustrator from Birmingham, UK. So I'm guessing we're getting very kind of like warm, fiery colours in this Scrawlrbox. And then we've got this like mixed media pad, and we've got 10 sheets in here. So I will use one of these sheets for my finished drawing, I think. Okay, so I'm going to see what else we've got in this Scrawlrbox. So they interview the featured artist. Artist's advice. When I first opened the box of materials, I was immediately struck by the autumnal colour scheme of the Decobrush pens. Retro jumpers also popped into my head, so I wanted to go for a comfy, cozy vibe. I don't know how I missed it, but I totally missed the scarf and the jumper. That's actually really cool. They've even got knitted headphones. Okay, well, I'm very excited to open up the art supplies now. Okay, here we go. So you get your Scrawler sticker. I don't actually know what I'm gonna do with that. I'll probably stick it on the pad that came with it. Okay, so this month's Scrawlrbox challenge is called Creature Comforts. It says, this month we are keeping it cozy with a comforting warm palette for your characters. Or perhaps they're the kind of creature that sends chills down your spine and you are the one that needs comforting. Either way, these markers were made for blending. Smooth, smudge or block them out, layer up to create texture, and watch your creature creations come to life. Wow, okay. I like that prompt. I have no idea what I'm going to draw for it, but it's a cool prompt. Wasn't Creature Comforts like an Aardman film? I have like a weird memory of watching that as a child. They had like interviews with different like animal characters. I don't know if I'm making that up or if that was actually a thing. Okay, so the first thing we got, it looks like a Faber Castell sketching pencil, and this is in H. Then we've got a Micron 12. Oh, this is a very thick Micron. I normally use really thin fine liners, so I'm not used to ones this thick, but that'll be interesting to try out. And then it looks like we've got the Decobrush pens in here. These are very vibrant. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. They're acrylic permanent ink pens. I'm interested to see what the tip of it looks like. It does look like the kind of tip you'd get on like an alcohol marker. Okay, that's really interesting. I'm very excited to try all of this out. Oh, and can't forget we've got a Tango Cherry Sour Fizz tube art. Okay, that sounds very nice. I do like Tango, so does anyone else who lives in the UK always get a Tango Ice Blast when they go to the cinema? Because that's one of my favourite things to get. I just realised that one of these pens was still in the box, so there is actually a fourth pen. I don't know how I didn't realise it was missing. Okay, so I thought I would do some swatches of all of the art supplies. So I'm going to start with the Faber Castell. And because it's a H graphite pencil, it's pretty light. I do like using H pencils for sketching, so yeah, I'm excited to use this. And maybe I can incorporate it into the final drawing somehow. Now for the Micron, which I'm a little bit scared about because this is very thick. And I don't normally use fine liners that are thick. But this draws really smoothly, I really like it. Okay, now for the part that I'm most excited about, which is trying out these Decobrush pens. And these are by the brand Karin. I actually haven't heard of these at all before. And it says easy colour blending. So it will be interesting to see how these like blend together. I'll swatch out these colours from darkest to lightest. That's a really weird like texture. I wasn't expecting it to like come out like that. It really feels like paint. So that's the brown one. Let's try the red. It's a very vibrant red. It does feel slightly dry. Let's see the orange. And I'm gonna try the yellow as well. That's a really nice vibrant yellow. Actually, as a little test, I'm gonna see how well the orange and the yellow like blend into each other if I put it next to it. Okay. Well, currently nothing's happening. Maybe I did it wrong. Oh, here we go. Interesting. So you can blend them together quite easily. You know what? I think I might try. I'm going to test to see if these show up on like black paper, because these are like super pigmented, and because they are like acrylic ink, I feel like they would show up on my black paper. So I'm going to try that out quickly. So I have this sketchbook of black paper that I haven't like really used for anything, and I think it'd be really interesting to see just how like opaque they show up on here. Wow, they are really quite opaque. Like you could draw this directly onto like a black paper like this. That's really interesting. Okay, so now we're on to the speed paint portion of this video, and like I said earlier, I couldn't quite work out what I wanted to draw until I stumbled across this photo of my cat Malcolm laying on top of my hoodie, and I just thought that this was so adorable. And if you don't know what an hoodie is, it's basically like one of those wearable blanket things. I thought this picture was so cute and it fit the theme of creature comforts perfectly, so that's kind of what I went with in the end. As for the Karin Decobrush markers, I kind of decided to use them like a watercolor. Because these are acrylic paint based, it means that they're water soluble, and I really like the fact that you can achieve a variety of results with these. If you wanted to use them just as is and get that rich and vibrant kind of like paint pen look, as if you were using a Posca pen, you can do that. And you can also water them down like watercolor as well, which I really liked. And because I wanted to use all of the supplies, I used the Micron fine liner for the blanket folds, and oh my goodness, I felt instant regret as soon as I did this. I felt like I'd ruined the entire drawing, and I was honestly quite upset. But I did keep working on it, and I'm so glad that I did, because I feel like I did manage to kind of save it in the end. So I used the Faber Castell to kind of shade and soften up the edges of the Micron, and I feel like that definitely helped. Although this was not an easy thing to do, I feel like I would have had a much easier time had it been like a 4B or a 6B pencil, because an H is more suited for like sketching and it isn't as easy to build up those kind of shadow tones, but I did kind of make it work in the end. And as for the paper that I was using in the paint on pad, I really liked that it was nice and smooth. It kind of reminded me of like Bristol board that I used to use for my marker illustrations. One issue that I did have is I don't really think it's built to hold a lot of water, so it's not really that suited to watercolor sort of works like I was working on in this video, because the more water you add to the paper, it did start to kind of warp a little bit, but it did kind of handle quite a bit before it got to that point. One thing that I really liked about these Karin Decobrush markers is that once they're dry, they're completely waterproof, so I was able to work in layers of washes and build up texture like the fur quite easily, and it also helped me build more of like a vibranty orange colour to his like overall fur. So my overall conclusion about Scrawlrbox is that I feel like it's very excellent value for money. In the UK, it's £16.95 per month, and because they're based in the UK, you get free shipping. And I felt like getting all of these supplies for that amount of money was definitely worth it. It was also just really exciting getting mystery art supplies and not knowing what to expect, and I really like the idea of that being like a monthly thing.
And also I really like the community kind of challenge aspect of it. If you look at the hashtag Scrawler Challenge on Instagram, you can see what everyone else has done using the supplies that they were given. And it's just really cool that it's kind of got like a community involved as well. And the final thing that I really liked about it is that you get to discover a new artist every month and you get an art print, and I just think that's really cool. So yeah, my first impression of Scrawlrbox has been very positive and I really enjoyed making this video. I know that this is very different to normal, and I also don't make many traditional art videos on this channel anymore, so please let me know if you enjoyed this video and what you thought of the painting, and if you would like to see more Scrawlrbox videos, please let me know, because I definitely will be getting the February one, and I'd love to make another one of these videos for you guys. I really hope you liked my finished painting of my cat Malcolm, and I'll see you again next week. Bye guys!